What's up, guys? So as you can see, it's raining a bit, but that's not stopping us from getting this chest workout in. Julian came up with this brilliant idea to put what he uses to cover the weights with and use that as like a little tent. So under here, as you can see, we've got the bench press and the rack, and we're just gonna be doing some bench press, some accessories. It's meant to rain all week, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to train. I'm worried about deadlifts tomorrow because as the grass gets wet, it's just gonna get soft, and then that's gonna like absorb a lot of the power. So I might not be able to do as heavy tomorrow, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Today it's chest. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. If you're looking for an at-home plan, a muscle game plan, a fat loss plan, make sure you click the link in my bio. And yeah, see you guys in a bit. Getting lightheaded for some reason, but felt good. Kind of got 2 sets of 8. Alright guys, so we're going to do a little Q&A. I'm going to try to make this one not too long. I want to make sure that, you know, this video doesn't ramble on for too long. But I want to make sure I can answer as many as possible. So I'm going to put a timer on for, I'm going to say 12 minutes, because it's going to take me a decent amount of time to find the questions, because you guys sent a bunch of questions, and I took screenshots of as many as I could. So I'm going to say 12 minutes. Cool. Alright, so let's go through and get some of these questions. Quickly, this is the first video where my Gymshark link is now up. So, if you guys want to buy anything from Gymshark, can you please use the link that's going to be in all my descriptions? It's going to be the first link in my description, and it really supports me if you shop Gymshark through my link. So anytime you're gonna go buy something from Gymshark, just go through my link, and then I get support from that, I get commission from that. So if you guys want to support me in my journey, then please can you do that. So yeah, first link in the description, anything from Gymshark really supports me. So yeah, first one from CJ, my bro CJ. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? In 10 years time, I see myself with a much bigger, you know, YouTube channel and, you know, Instagram and stuff than I have now. Hopefully I would have grown quite a bit. I see myself hopefully financially stable. I see myself having done some type of university degree. I want to do at least a master's, maybe a PhD. Definitely want to get an undergrad, but then I want to get a higher one than that, so maybe a master's and possibly a PhD, because that would be nice to have the initials Dr. Nathaniel Messiah. That would be very nice. But yeah, what's your work ethic? How do you keep motivated during lockdown? I'd say the main things to keep motivated is that motivation is a feeling, but discipline is a lifestyle. So motivation is only going to carry you so far in life. At a certain point, you need to get to where you're just disciplined to the point where you just do what you need to do day in and day out. It's not something that you necessarily have to be feeling like it to do, and that's one of the things that you have to, you know, kind of just adjust to, just doing things that you don't like to do, because anyone that's successful has got there by doing things that they don't really like to do. Like, no, okay, people like editing, but I don't think a lot of people enjoy editing for like 4 or 5 hours on end. People enjoy working out, but it does get to a point in the workout where it's hard and you'd rather go home. But what separates an average person from an above average person is how much they can tolerate doing things that they don't enjoy. So I think it's just structuring your mindset in a way that you're disciplined and making those things a habit and slowly building up to that. You're not going to get there in a day, even a week, or even a month. It's going to take months on end of just trying to stick to the same thing, and eventually it will get easier. But there will always be that thing that it's not what you want to be doing. Like, you don't want to be waking up that early, you don't want to be skipping those cheat meals and things like that, but that's what it's going to take in order to be successful. Advice for a skinny guy like me with training. I would say advice for a skinny guy is, first of all, accept the fact that it may take you a little bit longer to get to your goals than someone else, because social media is full of, you know, genetic freaks who probably were able to make really quick results. So if you compare yourselves to them, you're going to be disheartened a lot of the time. But accept the fact that your personal journey might be a little bit slower, but you can still get to the point where you have a really impressive physique, and that's going to be relative. But also, obviously, there are the main things, which is progressively overload in the gym and eat a lot of food. What I think a lot of skinny people don't realize is that putting on weight literally just comes down to eating more food. I know it might be different for some of you, because, you know, you don't really want to eat a lot of food, whereas someone like me, I like eating food, so it's not a problem for me to eat more food. Whereas there are people that don't really enjoy eating food, so it's a tough struggle for them to eat more, just like it is for me to eat less. So just literally, more food is the better. If the scale's not budging, like, people will say, oh, I'm eating more but the scale's not budging. Well, you literally just have to eat more. It's as simple as that. And then when it comes to progressive overload, that is how you build muscle. And there's multiple ways to progressive overload. There's multiple ways to progressively overload. There's increasing the amount of weight in the bar, there's increasing the amount of reps, there's actually also increasing the amount of sets. So if you start off a training cycle doing 2 sets of 8, and then next week you do 3 sets of 8, next week you do 4 sets of 8, next week you do 5 sets of 8, and then by that time you're probably going to be strong enough to the point where you can increase the weight. So that is also another thing. Progressive overload doesn't have to just be putting more weight on the bar, because they'll get to the point where linear progression is no longer, you know, it's no longer going to work. You're going to progress at too slow of a rate to just put on more weight every week. So there's other ways to work around so you can still make progress. When do you plan on moving out of your parents' house? Obviously next year I plan to go to uni. So I'll be moving out for uni, and then if life goes well, I hope to not have to move back. I hope that I'll probably be done by uni, done with uni at age like 21, 22. So if life goes well, I hope that I will be able to get myself, you know, a little apartment or something at that age, and then just, you know, continue to do what I'm doing, because as much as I love my parents, you know, I'm in their house, so it's their rules. So it would be nice to kind of have my own place and just kind of, you know, start my own life for myself. So, you know, after next year, when I move up for uni, obviously I'll have to come back for holidays and things like that, but in terms of permanently living here, I think that, well, if life goes to plan, this will probably be my last year of, you know, fully living at home, hopefully. Where would you live apart from United Kingdom? I'd probably live somewhere in the United States, because, you know, the fitness scene is very big over there. I'm tempted to say LA because it's got the nice weather, it's got the beaches, and it's got some really cool gyms. You know, you've got Gold's Gym, you've got a bunch of other cool gyms there, you've got Muscle Beach and things like that. So I think probably LA. But then pros and cons are living anywhere, so yeah, I'd probably be LA, to be honest. But I do actually really like the UK, apart from when the weather's, you know, terrible, which is like 70% of the year. I do really like living in the UK, and all the different things we've got, like the NHS, you know, free healthcare. We've got, you know, lower levels of probably racism than anywhere else in the world, to be honest. So yeah, would I drop Gymshark for Nike? And the answer to that question is actually no. I wouldn't drop Gymshark for Nike, because being sponsored by Gymshark isn't just being sponsored by Gymshark, like getting clothes from Gymshark, things like that. It's being part of an actual family, and the culture of Gymshark and the actual like Gymshark family is something that I've wanted to be a part of for so long, and I've only got a little taste of being a part of it now, because I haven't been able to go to any events or anything like that because of the current situation. But just the people who are in the brand, the staff, because I got a chance to meet a lot of the staff, or a decent amount of the staff at the Gymshark London opening party thing, and you know, everyone's just so nice. The culture there is just like, it lives up to expectation in the sense that, you know, a lot of lifters, you know, young lifters will idolize Gymshark, and I was one of them. But then now that I'm actually part of it, it literally lives up to all the things that I had in my head. Like, it's everything I thought it was going to be and more, and I've only got a tiny taste of it because of the current situation. So I'm really excited for what the future is going to hold with Gymshark, and no, I wouldn't trade it for any other sponsorship. Literally, even if another sponsorship was like more money or anything like that, I wouldn't trade it. If you weren't wham af, which for people that don't understand London slang, if you weren't, you know, big, what other thing would you be making YouTube videos on? That's funny actually, because I actually started my YouTube channel not doing fitness. I was doing hair stuff, and I would literally just be doing my YouTube channel on wherever I was interested in that point. Like, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was doing hair videos. That was literally because I had a hairstyle where a lot of people would ask me, you know, how do you get your hair like that and things like that. So I just thought I'd make a YouTube video on it. So it was kind of an organic thing. It wasn't like I set out to be this big YouTuber. I just made YouTube videos to kind of help people, and that's kind of, you know, branched out into fitness now, because that is what I'm most interested in. So it would literally just be anything that I think I've got a bit of knowledge on and can help people. So probably be like educational videos. I'd probably do more school videos. A lot of people are still asking me to do more school videos. I probably should be doing more school videos. It'd probably be, you know, some lifestyle stuff, some vlogging. I've always actually liked vlogging. I used to vlog and not put the videos anywhere. Like, when I was like 12 years old, I used to just, you know, capture what I was doing on my little iPhone, just so I could look back on it. So a lot of people ask me, like, this is probably a question that's on there, I just haven't seen, like, how do you get comfortable in front of a camera? It's literally just practice, because I've been doing it for so long now that I'm just kind of used to it. I'm used to being in front of a camera, and you kind of get over that whole thing of being embarrassed that strangers are looking at you, because that is probably a big barrier. When you're at home by yourself, it's a lot easier to be, you know, charismatic in front of the camera. When you're outside and there's strangers looking at you, you can often kind of just curl up in your little ball. So I think just remembering the reason why you're doing what you're doing, and remembering the reason why people are looking at you. Oftentimes, the reason why people are looking at you is not because you're doing something awkward, it's because they feel awkward. So yeah, that is what I would say. What songs do you listen to? Do you listen to drill? So I listen to literally every single type of music. Like pretty much every single type of music I'll go through, and I can go through like pretty much in a day. Like this morning I went from listening to rock music to drill, and then I started listening to like, you know, chill hip hop stuff. So I listen to music depending on my mood. If I'm, you know, in the gym going for like a big PR or something like that, it will pretty much always be either rock music or like hard style stuff, like Anima Drop and things like that. If I'm just chilling at home, then it could be like chill hip hop, lo-fi, especially if I'm studying. Or if I'm studying, I'll also probably listen to classical music as well. That helps me focus. And then if I'm just, you know, going about my day and stuff, it could be drill. I could also be listening to drill when I'm working out and things like that. Yeah, so I listen to a variety of music, and yeah, I've always loved music. I play the drums, as a lot of you might know, and yeah, would I ever compete in bodybuilding and any plans for competitions in the future? I think that I have been able to see my potential a little bit more since I've gone on this cut. Oh, time up, I'll answer this last question. Right, I think I've been able to see my potential a little bit more for bodybuilding now that I've gone on this cut. I do feel like I have, you know, a bit of potential in bodybuilding, so I hope that I can compete in bodybuilding sometime in the future. The only thing with bodybuilding was I didn't really want to do it when I was young, because it's not the most healthy thing, you know. Cutting down, getting to those extreme levels of low body fat is not the best thing. And funny thing is, stunting your growth, right, that hasn't been shown to happen because of weightlifting unless you injure your growth plates, right? But being malnourished can literally stunt your growth. So I didn't want to put myself in a malnourished state, i.e. an extreme cut, just for a subjective competition that I could potentially lose. And even if I win, all I'm getting is a trophy. There's no monetary, you know, gain from it. So I do hope to compete in bodybuilding sometime in the future. Natural bodybuilding at that. I do want to stay natural. And yeah, but in a couple of years, I did talk about how I'm quitting powerlifting for now. Obviously, I'm still going to be lifting heavy and stuff, and then maybe in a couple of years do my powerlifting competition. I got some idiots saying, oh, he's not competing in powerlifting because he's going to fail his drug test or something like that. If you look at my physique, it hasn't actually changed that much. The only thing that's changed really is that I've gotten a bit leaner. And I had, in good lighting, I had visible abs at 205 pounds. So now that I've cut down to like 185 pounds, of course I'm going to look a lot better, and I'm still going to have a bit of muscle. So I just have to kind of not pay attention to those comments and things like that, and just try and stay positive. But yeah, hopefully in the future, going to be some bodybuilding stuff coming. And yeah, I'm going to wrap up the Q&A there. I'm definitely going to be doing more Q&As in the future. I don't want to do a ton of questions because then it's just going to be a really long video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I'm going to be making sure to answer some more of your questions in the future. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Check my training programs, the links in the description. And make sure you guys use my Gymshark link. It's going to be the first link in the description. Anything you want to buy from Gymshark, please use my link. It really supports me. So yeah. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Peace.